Drum, if you there, if you got, man, we've been going crazy on the Dreamville mixtape, bro, since that thing dropped, man. So crazy. Congratulations
I
again.
appreciate that. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know,
How long was that in the works, man? Just because, I mean, was that the ultimate timing of wanting to drop that for the Dreamville Fest?
So the way the story goes is, shout out to my brother Barry. He actually reached out to me maybe a little over a month before the festival, and was like, he wanted to do an Earth Gang Gangsta Grills to drop it during Dreamville Fest. And I was like, I'm down. I'm definitely down. He took the idea to Ibrahim over there at Dreamville. And I guess between some conversations between Cole and Ebe, they thought about, hey, what if we just do a whole, Dreamville Gangsta Grills? They went back and forth with it a little bit, just trying to see if it could get done in time. And, the project literally came together within like 7 days almost. Wow. And, we dropped it the Wednesday, I guess it was last Wednesday or 2 Wednesdays ago, right before Dreamville Festival. I pretty much got the music that weekend. I went in and did my drops and, banged it out and really wanted to give it that real gangster grill feel, talk that talk. And, it's what I love about the tape is it's bar heavy, you know what I'm saying? Those guys over there really showcasing and, just the whole feel of it. I mean, it's called D-Day, the type of shit I'm talking on there is pretty competitive talk, just when it comes to crews and, clicks and, what Dreamville means to the culture, what Dreamville means to hip hop, what they, the niggas not coming to play. So, when I do my 1-2 thing, it's like, what I come here for. And, it's been kind of dope. I had a actual set at Dreamville too. So, I did a Gangsta Grill set where I brought out T.I., Jeezy, and Wayne. And, even coming full circle, being at Dreamville and finding out that I won a Grammy for, Best Rap Album with Tyler, the Creator, which, also helped restore the Gangsta Grill feel last year. So, it's been a pretty dope, couple of weeks, what I'm saying, for myself, the movement, the Gangsta Grills. And, shout out to my brother, Jack Harlow. I'm out here in Boston right now. He's doing a gig and, we're pushing that First Class record, really trying to get, the #1 coming up too.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, just thinking about, so wait, going back to what you just said. So you saying that mixtape came together in 7 days?
7 days. Came together in 7 days.
All them records came together in 7 days.
Yeah, I mean, some of the records had already kind of been done, but the majority of them, yeah, it was some very last minute work on there. You know what I'm saying? I know Cole went in on that stick. He had heard that like literally right before we dropped the tape and put his verse on that. You know what I'm saying? And we figured that would be the intro for the tape, and he was like, "I got to get on that." So, yeah, it was some real last minute shit, man. So that just shows you, or goes on how impressive that camp is over there.
Yeah, I mean, I keep saying like I don't know what other group of MCs is hitting as hard as Dreamville right now. You know what I mean? And like you said, heavy bar work. There's no gimmicks around that shit. You know what I mean?
So my question, DJ Drama, like you're probably the most legendary DJ in the game, bro. You've had seriously tapes with everybody. I mean, I can't even think of anybody you haven't had a tape with. I've been listening to you since I was a kid, and I'm a fucking old guy. So
thank you, man.
Yeah, bro, like you're a legend for real. So is there anybody that you haven't worked with that you wish you would have worked with?
Or even furthermore, waiting to work with.
There's always people. I mean, I've done so many legendary tapes. I mean, there's definitely been some projects that were supposed to be Gangsta Grills that weren't. I've spoken on it before, like Travis Scott before the rodeo was supposed to be a Gangsta Grills. Like, when Nicki did Beat Me Up Scotty, it was supposed to be a Gangsta Grills. There was a period of time when Drake and Gucci were working on a tape that was supposed to be a Gangsta Grills. I mean, even if you're reading this too late, me and Drake had had early talks about that possibly being in Gangsta Grills. So yeah, there's definitely been some projects in the past, and you know, I really love working with new artists and you know, like things that are about to break. And you know, I mean, having Cole in the Dreamville was definitely, you know, one to add to my list. You know what I'm saying? The Tyler tape is really something, you know, now more than ever means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Just coming full circle. But yeah, I mean, I you know, I want to keep the legacy going. So, you know, I don't think for me right now, it's anybody specifically in particular, but you know, I can, you know, me and Larry June have been talking. So that's something that I hope comes to fruition. You know what I mean? I really like Dude and his movement, and, you know, would love to do a tape with him. So we'll see if that happens.
Fire. And, you know, again, congratulations on everything you got going on with Harlow. Like I said, we actually had dinner together in like 2017. Me, you, and the homies from BBM out here in San Diego when you was out here. And,
yeah, I remember.
And I just remember, you know, saying like, this dude's up next. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know, we actually played the First Class record here today. And, you know, we were talking about, you know, the elements of TikTok and watching how that song got released. Was there strategy in that shit? Real spill, how he debuted it on there and was going to catch response and see if he was going to put it out or not?
I'm gonna be honest. It kind of happened on a whim, you know. I mean, Jack's not somebody that honestly likes to premiere records, you know. He likes to drop his records, and you know, we just happened to be in the studio after a listening session for the album, which is coming out May 6th, and then you know, got a little clip of him playing First Class in the studio. You know, it went viral. We uploaded to TikTok, and it kind of, you know, caught a wave. I mean, I can't really say that it was a plan, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of, you know, worked in our favor for sure. But, you know, yeah, it wasn't too much strategy behind it outside of, hey, let's just put this clip out and see what happens. But, you know, we were going to drop that record already, you know, when we dropped it that, you know, last Friday.
Did that just up the release? As far as because it was catching the viral wave on TikTok or whatever?
No, we were already, the plan was already in motion.
Okay.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. It was just like, you know, the TikTok was just kind of a plus, really. Like, you know, the plan to release the record when we released the record was already going to happen regardless.
Dope.
So,
well, congratulations, because I'm just reading the stat here that it's been the fastest selling single of the year. It did over 100,000 units in a day.
Crazy, man. So I definitely appreciate all y'all support and everything. And, you know, it's definitely, you know, it's crazy to watch. I mean, we really, you know, we're trying to beat Harry Styles for that #1 going into the end of this week.
With the seeming evolution of the Gangsta Grill series, like obviously it's still very based within hip hop and, you know, the things that we love, but, you know, like Tyler, his artistry and his hip hop isn't necessarily everybody's orthodox artistry, right? So I was just asking whether there was somewhere that you were like planning on bringing it, whether it was like internationally or maybe like a different kind of genre of hip hop.
I mean, you know, for me, Gangsta Grills has always been where I've taken it. You know, like, you know, it's the same conversation I had 15 years ago when people told me it might not make sense for me to do a Pharrell Gangsta Grills or a Little Brother Gangsta Grills or a Dead Prez Gangsta Grills or a Jeremiah Gangsta Grills or a Chris Brown Gangsta Grills or a Rhapsody Gangsta Grills. So, you know, I've always wanted, you know, I'm cut from the cloth. So, you know, it is where I take it. One of the things that I've definitely been interested in is, you know, making a play to get a lot of the classics released on the DSPs and going back and, you know, getting a lot of those tapes that, you know, aren't available as of right now up on DSPs, as well as, you know, turning Gangsta Grills into a tour. You know, the Dreamville situation came about just off a whim. You know, I happened to be on tour with Jeezy and Rick Ross and Gucci and 2 Chainz in Houston, and Cole was in town doing his tour around the same time. And, you know, I told him my idea, like, yo, this is really the Gangsta Grills tour. And he was like, man, you ain't lying. So, you know, what I did at Dreamville was kind of just, you know, a first play is, you know, it's something that I'm looking forward to possibly doing is turning Gangsta Grills into an actual tour, you know, festival type of situation going forward and everything, and taking, you know, some of the finest artists that have been a part of the catalog and, you know, bringing them onto the stage. So, you know, we're going in different directions. And I mean, beyond Gangsta Grills, you know, Generation Now is my label, is something I've really been focused on. I mean, honestly, you know, as blessed as I am to have the series and to have the nostalgic part of it back, I was, you know, like I did a tape with my man Clyde Rivera just recently, and I said on there, I've been just happy getting Generation Now money. Like, y'all really want me to bring this Gangsta Grill money back? Like, okay, cool. So, you know, it's you know, I love what I do. I love the craft, and I've been blessed to, you know, been able to work with so many people. So sky's the limit, you know, we'll see where it goes. And I'm always open, you know, definitely, like, even like you mentioned, international and things of that nature. Like, you know, yeah, of course, I'm always hip and down to do something new and different.
Drum, you got a favorite off this mixtape?
I like Stick. You know, Starting Five definitely for me is gotten a huge response because of my, you know, my Chris Rock bars on there and everything, and had people talking. What else do I like? I like Ballin' in Newport. I like Who Shot Your Freestyle, and I think Ari Lennox bodied the tape. So, you know, Cole's solos on there. You know, it's a lot of heat on there. I can't front, like, you know, it's a lot of quality songs.
Yeah, I'm a little biased on some West Coast love with Hair Salon. You know what I mean? I like that y'all got Perico involved in that shit.
Yeah, shot to G Perico too. Dope shit.
What?
I do got one. Well, you know, first of all, shout out to Drum.
My God.
Go
way back. Day one, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I always tell people, I said, man, they don't even know how talented this brother is, and all why, because you also pitch incredible R&B records.
Right.
And it go crazy. Like, I'm talking about even as deep as, like, you know, neo soul on that level.
Yeah, so they don't know that
stuff,
they don't know that drum, CL. They don't know that drum.
No, they don't know that drum, boy. But my question to you is from an A&R standpoint, which is, who you got next? What do you like? Who you feeling like, you know, who's on the horizon that you like, you know what? I might have to give him Rookie of the Year, or he might have to six-man, he might got that.
I mean, you know, obviously I'm biased. I have another artist on my label named Seti Hendrix from Duval that, you know, that's up next. You know, he had a record called Low Key a couple years back. You know, he put a couple projects out, and, you know, we just
remember him.
Seti been on the call.
Yeah,
so Seti definitely been on the call. We grooming Seti. You know, I feel like he's a record away. You know, he makes phenomenal music. You know, dope as shit. So yeah. So, you know, I called it with Uzi. I called it with Jack, and, you know, just remember I told you, Seti Hendrix.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
That's what I wanted to hear. Like, who you got, you know, because you see so much, and you're so, you know, your palette for music is so wide. I'm like, shit. Anybody R&B that you checking for?
We have an artist signed named Carvina that Ken has been working with very strongly. So we'll probably drop a single on her sometime this year as well. So be on the lookout for her. It's Carvina.
Awesome.